I'm flying over on the 5th, and then we're like right into it. We don't have a lot of practice time allocated, so I'm thankful we had our event in November where we did like a 4 nations with Spain. I'm going to forget now. Spain, Poland, and Great Britain. So we did that in Spain, November. So I was able to build some culture. I think we had 5 practices, played 3 games. So that was sort of the training camp. And I guess we just go into Worlds and hope what we've done so far is enough. There's a couple things that we did really well and a couple things that we really struggled with because I only had, those short amount of time with the team to build our style of play. So we definitely were very weak at defending pucks coming off the wall. So that would be the one thing that we really, we got beat off the wall, power play, penalty kill, 5-on-5, you name it. Like we were either way too aggressive or didn't know who our player was. So same thing out of the corner behind the net. Maybe I took for granted that these players sort of had some basic understanding of that. But clearly they had no understanding of that, at least not to compete with those teams. And all those teams are in higher groups than us. So I think Poland's 2 groups higher than us at Worlds, and Great Britain and Spain might be 1 group higher. So obviously when we get to Bulgaria, the teams will be more our level. So they definitely took advantage of the skill gap and the experience gap, in the way that they were attacking us. But, we played well with the puck. We had a ton of poise. We had a lot of possession, really good breakouts. We weren't throwing pucks away, no panic plays. We got 2 good goalies, Sammy, so that's always good.
Yeah, always helps.
Our older goalies, I don't know if you know Andrea. I think you do know her. She's tall, redhead. She'd be she's 17. This is her last year of eligibility at this
young.
level. Yeah, this is the under 18 team.
The last time we had Icelandic goalies at my goalie school would have been at least probably pre-pandemic, and they were all like older than teenagers, like they were in their 20s.
Yeah, she's quite good. And then we had this young kid who actually none of us had ever seen her play. You can imagine. She lives in Sweden. She's 14, 2009, and they're moving back to Iceland, but no one had ever seen her play. So we basically had to call the goalie coach because whatever team she's on, she's not the starter for whatever reason. So we had no footage. So we had to call the goalie coach and be like, what do you think? Because our other goalie options were not options that I was comfortable with. I'm like, we can't go to these events with one goalie. And she got in on one of the games. She did really well, little kid, but she's going to be really, really good. And actually, we had 3 or 4 14-year-olds, and they're some of the best skilled players on the team. So it'll be interesting to see how we do it at the World. Because I really don't know the competition. I don't know what the level of everybody else is. But we have the classic problem in girls hockey. We have good goaltending, 5 very good defensemen, and about not enough good forwards.
Nobody that can put the puck in the net.
Well, maybe a couple, but at that kind of event with 320s and overtimes, and you want to be able to go 3-4 lines, right? And we don't have a lot of depth yet. But it's lots of fun. The girls loved it. I got some great feedback. My assistant coaches are both, they both coach 2 of the club teams. There's only 3 clubs in Iceland, and they're each coaching in different clubs. So I said the girls were really, enjoying the experience. And
is it one of them Bjornen? Is that right? Bjornen? The Bears?
No. God, what are they?
What's the one on the second floor?
There's 2 in Reykjavik, and I think that's one of them. The bear one is the black team. I only know them by their colors. Isn't that bad? Yeah, the black team, the blue yellow? Team. No, there's black and yellow, blue team in Reykjavik, and then the red team in Akureyri. So, and that's the strongest team that has the most national team players on it. So it's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. It's as I was standing there on the bench doing that, I was like, oh, I used to do this a lot. Kind of higher level hockey and line matching and face off strategies. As you know, Sammy, it's not a lot of that's happening at U9. but it's a kind of a cool contrast actually to go between the two. And there's actually a lot of similarities between those levels, and obviously some huge differences. But yeah, it's been fun so far, and hopefully we can have a strong showing at Worlds. But I really don't know. It's going to be short-term competition, trial by fire. Hopefully some of those Ds will get some Bobby Orr styles and